Okay, we'll have the conduct a public hearing to consider rescission of the following approvals granted December the 21st, 2010 for the Coyote Wells specific plan project as requested by County Council in response to the foreclosure of the project proponent's loan on the property and failure to fully reimburse the county for costs. Okay, Mr. Minix from Planning.
Morning, Jim Minnick, Pearl County Planning Department Assistant Director. As Chairman read into the record, yes, the county Imperial is requesting a rescinding of all entitlements from the December 21st, 2010 Board of Supervisors hearing. Specifically, we're talking about the Coyote Wells specific plan as the applicant at the time was Win Zero Rangers LLC. The entitlements involve the general plan amendment 08-0003, the environmental impact report, the mitigating monitoring program, specific plan 08-001, change of zone 08-003, track map 985, conditional use permits 08-0030 and 08-0031. The reason that we're requesting this rescinding is due to the foreclosure of the project proponent loan as well as outstanding fees that the project proponent owes the county.
Okay, any other information, any other input? Anybody like to address the issue? Do we have a series of action necessary? Oh, yes,
You should open a public hearing, and I think that when and if you decide to make a motion, it can be done with one motion.
Okay, thank you. We'll now open the public hearing, and anybody who wants to make a statement, please approach the podium.
Edie Harmon, I'm from Ocotillo. I want to start off by saying thank you to the Desert Protective Council, the Sierra Club, and the Quezon for filing the litigation that came following the board's decision in 2010. Bridget Nash, who's no longer with the Quezon, but is in the Midwest, played a key role, and it was really important. We learned a lot by having people from all over the county with a variety of different backgrounds and concerns working together. Ray Lutz, I especially thank Ray Lutz with Citizens Oversight Project. He was here, he videotaped the meeting. We transcribed made the transcript for the lawsuits based on the videotape that Ray Lutz provided because the audio from the county was almost unintelligible. So big thanks to Ray. I want to thank also Supervisor Terrasas for voting with the community and understanding that this project was not good for the community and not good for the county. The southwest part of Imperial County is not a sacrifice area. The project would have resulted in serious adverse impacts to groundwater resources, public health, noise, and it was the antithesis of good zoning and planning. It was the equivalent of spot zoning, giving special privilege to one property owner and creating an industrial commercial site immediately across the street from where families lived with children and elderly people. The military, when we talked to the Navy base, we were told that this kind of activity was never allowed within sight or sound of housing on active duty, where active duty military lived. And so it was particularly distressing to the community that the county would approve a similar project adjacent to where people lived. So I want to thank you for your decisions to what I assume will be your decisions to rescind. And contrary to some information in the newspaper, I do want to let you know that a number of us in this room were physically present in the courtroom along with the attorney, Katie Turner, and the attorneys from Remy and Thomas and Larry Silver, and I believe the attorney for the Quezon were there on speakerphone. And the first time we appeared, residents appeared in court, the judge even asked us to identify ourselves and why we were there and what our concerns were. I've never been in a courtroom before where the judge asked people in the audience what their concerns were and to identify themselves and where they lived. So I do want to let you know that there were legal activities, and I am aware of the fact that the county repeatedly was requesting continuances as we were trying to get the administrative record ready to go to court. We knew there were problems with the property. The board had been told before its decision that taxes had not been paid, that the property owner had not been paid for the property. It was not looking like it was an economically viable project, and that information was made available to the board, but somehow people weren't listening. And concern about jobs and income and taxes, and I realized the jobs that were generated by the county's approval of this project all went to attorneys. And most of those attorneys were not residents of Imperial County. And I just feel like
Is
I
the
have to-
minute is past the 3 minutes.
okay, but I just wanted to get that on the record. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else like to make a presentation to the board on this issue?
Susan Massey, Holtville, California. I just want to say I support rescinding all the approvals. Thank you.
Thank you.
Elena Quintana Airweed, I'm from El Centro in Fort Yuma. I just want to remind you that you made a bad decision in this case. Your decision was wrong. Your vote was wrong, and what you're doing today is not going to make up for it. But I just wanted to remind you of that, and I want you to think carefully about your decisions, that they're very short-sighted. You're thinking about jobs today, but this desert has been here for thousands of years, and people have lived here for thousands of years. And you, in one vote, are destroying a history that's been here thousands of years.
Thank you. Anyone else?
My name is Laurel Ware, a resident of Ocotillo for over 28 years, and I too agree that this should be rescinded. This has been going on for a year and a half, where we have advised the parties of the adverse effects and what was going on, and we were ignored at that time. And though you can't change that portion of it, it would only be right for you to rescind all of these various things that were unjust to the communities of Ocotillo and No Mirage. And that I hope you will listen to us. I know you let us speak, but I don't feel like you necessarily, in general, Jack, I also thank you for being with us, really understand the adverse effects these things will have on us, and as a result, on you people too. I thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Good morning, board, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Oscar, and I've been an activist for 39 years. I graduated from Santa Barbara, University of California at Santa Barbara. I was radicalized there, and I'm glad I was, because ever since then I've been happy, and I love what I do, and I fight for causes. Quizás dice la gente que estoy loco, pero no soy naco. Naco means dumb in Spanish, Castilian. My mother was a Cocopa Indian, and my dad was a Yaqui. I'm Native American. I think Charlie Brown really hit the nail on the head when he said, what you're doing is that you're taking the land, which is the heart of Native Americans. Native Americans are the owners of this land, just like the Palestinians are the owners of the Jewish state. Only because America, the United States, supports Israel, we continue to perpetuate that struggle. That land belongs to the Arabs. This land belongs to us. The white man came here and he started dividing. Indians used to say, I own as far as my eye can see. When the white man came, he started dividing. When he broke it down into counties, states, our people lost the land. And also Mexican Americans in New Mexico with Spanish land grants. Reyes Lopez Tijerina fought the Alancia de Tierras Amarillas. Corky Gonzalez in Denver had a movement called Crusade of Justice. Cesar Chavez at the UFW. Angel Gutierrez had the, I think it was called the Partido de la Raza. And because Democrats and Republicans, especially Democrats, have taken not only Mexican Americans, I don't like the term Latino, I'm Native American. When I was born, my birth certificate says white. I'm not white, and neither are you, Mike, you're pink. And the fact of the matter, it doesn't matter what color we are. I think what matters is in our hearts. And I think the last time I congratulated Jack Terrazas because I think he gave the most eloquent speech and it made sense. I didn't hear Ray. I'm disappointed in you, Ray. You come from a poor family and I know you. And you sold out. John, you fumbled the ball. You know, you were good with Native Americans. I know you were. You won't be able to get the kinos free anymore when you go to casino. You know, I've got a few seconds, so just let me finish in conclusion. I urge you to rescind the motion for social justice. Remember what the white man did to the black man, to the Native American, and even right now, 2 white men have voted against it. Ray, eres chicano. Creía que eres, pero eres vendido. John, you're half and half. Terrazas, you voted the way you should have. Congratulations, Jack, and I hope Mr. Renison and Ray wake up. The white man, these 2 guys are gonna vote for it. I don't know if it's true, but I heard Mr. Gary Wyatt unofficially has a job as a CEO with a geothermal or solar plant. And if he votes, that's a conflict of interest. Thank you.
Anyone else?
I'm Barbara Hill of No Mirage. I would like to ask a question. Will you be pursuing recovery of the cost from Brandon Webb per the indemnification agreement?
Answer is yes.
Yes, thank you. And I also want to thank you for the rescinding of these land issues and the zoning. It's been a long time coming, and I do want to thank you, Jack, for voting for us. And we gave you all the information. We do our research, and that goes with everything that I know you get tired of us, and especially you, Mike, because we struggle, and we're family out there. It's a small town, and we are family. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Excuse me for the interruption. Are we in open session?
We have a hearing relative to the Ocotillo Wind Zero rescission of permits. We will be in the public session soon.
I see.
This is about the wind, isn't it?
This is regarding the vote that was taken a couple of weeks ago regarding the Ocotillo wind.
That's
It will
That's a
be,
different project, and that's
yeah, that's a
that's
different,
fine, and there'll be a public comment period in just a little bit for you. But
Okay.
this is right now it's a hearing
actually
regarding Wind Zero, which is
Okay,
a
thank you.
separate project.
thank you.
It's actually Coyote Wells specific land project.
Anita Nicklin, resident of Imperial County. I want to thank God. God, you called us to be your stewards with nature. You, God, guided us in this struggle. For that, I want to thank you. I want to mention a couple of people. They're not here with us physically to share this moment with us. Dr. Fred Cagle and Michael Dennison. I want to say thank you, Mr. Terrazas, for voting with us too. And I want to say thank you to all the community leaders that supported us, people from Los Angeles, from San Diego, from Santa Barbara, and from the other side of the border, Mexicali. I'm here because I support rescinding all the approvals. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. I know that I'm not a good speaker, but I feel that I have to say something. And actually, this is directing it to two of the directors that were here when all this happened. I was born in Raleigh, right in the smack in the middle of a black community.
Excuse me, sir.
When I joined,
Sir, can you state your name for the record?
oh, Roberto Rubio,
Thank you.
El Centro. I was born right in the smack in the middle of a black community in Raleigh, and when I joined the military, I was sent to the South. And I couldn't believe that I was in the United States, because of what was going on over there. When I came back, I was able to see the discrimination here. And so I became an activist against that. But then when I came with the people from Wind Zero, I noticed that there were, that there was no discrimination there. So I couldn't understand what was going on. So then I did some research, and I went into where you people get all your donations over there in the county, and I saw that you get a lot of donations from businesses. And so what I noticed, what I learned was that I couldn't believe that you would go against the people that vote for you. And that made me start thinking. I said, something's not right. So one thing that I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to have people ask, when you people start running, is ask you, are you for the people or for the business people? Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else like to make a presentation?
Good morning. My name is Ray Lutz with citizensoversight.org, and I was happy to be able to help the community out with their work to get this rescinded. I have to say, I've worked with the community in Potrero against Blackwater there, and Otay Mesa against Blackwater there, and Southwestern College against Blackwater there, and helped the Los Coyotes tribal group to eventually get out the spin-off of Blackwater up there, which did unfortunately result in the nearly 14,000 acre fire up there. These military training facilities are a bad idea. There's not any real regulatory bodies or rules that can regulate them once they go in. And I'm happy to see that yet again this was stopped here, because it would be, I know it's fought over the water and the noise and so forth, but the general trend of private military training in this country is a really bad idea. So thank you for getting this far and coming around to seeing the truth, and that this must be rescinded. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? If not, we'll close the public hearing and bring it back to the board. Mr. Minix.
Yes, Jim Minnick again, Carroll County Planning. I just want to remind the board that the reason we are here is because the applicant foreclosed, the land was foreclosed on, and there's a debt owed. That's the request for the rescinding.
Thank you. Any comments from the board?
Just a brief comment. I guess it's the right thing to do in light of all that has happened and with this project basically folding due to lack of funding. So
Then we can do it with one motion to rescind items 1A through I, as requested.
I forgot to, I woke up late, and can I say something about that?
But what? This is not public, this is a hearing.
Yeah, but is that open to the public?
Well, I just closed the hearing. You want to say something, you got a few seconds.
That's okay, it's okay.
Okay.
vote, yeah.
Okay. Yes, we have a motion by Mr. Terrazas and a second by Mr. Castillo to rescind the action items. Any other comment? Please vote. 5-0. Thank you very much.